Okay, beautiful. So letting us come to an end with that exercise, with that journaling throughout the year. Hmm. So if you feel like sharing some parts of your year, of your experience, maybe your difficulties, your celebrations, your shifts, your happenings, let us share now. Let us take some moment to share if you feel like.
I can share.
Hmm.
I will try to use camera again. I started the year with wish for flourishing. So and I was in January. I felt I'm getting more courage to show myself the same professionally and also as a woman or as a person. Um, so in February, I remember that really beautiful winter with snowflakes, and with my daughter and my family, we went to some terms, and I remember skiing during the snowing. Uh, but it was also at the same time hard time for me from inside. And I remember really loud clash with my husband. So I was trying to get space for myself. Um, and then in March, I was really intensively working with 140 dancers of contemporary dance for a really beautiful um, um, dance show. I really allowed myself to use a lot of colors, a lot of uh, extraordinary abstraction. For example, one really huge Malina um, blueberry. And then in April, I remember just one thing that when I was speaking these first plants that are coming up, and I was putting them there where I was used to pick them when I was a child. So I remember the memory how I was a little girl and I was really struggling for every blossom. So I didn't have them enough. Uh, and in May, I remember me lying in the one island place where we used to go for the 1st of May. And I remember the gratefulness when I was lying alone, very close to the sea. So when we were need to draw it, to write this, I really remember the feelings of gratefulness for the nature. For also, I used to work this year more qigong with like animal qigong, a lot of bear and a lot of dragon. So this was my year. And yes, and in the beginning of August, we went also to an island at the seaside, and we were alone on the island, and there was really, it was beautiful, but also scary, because again, with my husband, we went into some strange dialogue. So it was like in a movie, like he was catching me when I was running in front of him. But it made the change, this like again searching for my own. I don't know if you can understand. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
Well, I had a super intense year. I don't know how to stop on my paper sheet. I'm like, there was so much happening, so much going on, and they keep there are things that still pop up and keep I keep remembering things. I started the year in France with my family, and we went skiing, and I still I totally cherish memories then on ski for the first time, and how he learned this skill. And yeah, the first 2.5 months I spent in Cadiz, in another country, in Spain, and witnessed the carnival there. And I had completely different set of people around me, and I still am in touch with those friends, and it's beautiful to have lived with them that time. And it's like I can't imagine how far away that is. To me, it feels like it was yesterday. And yeah, but it isn't anymore. Then in March, I changed dresses, and that's still with my new home. I came here into the city, and yeah, and I first met them at university, and yeah, that was not always an easy time to be, because I wanted to be to to enjoy this, and I felt like blossoming, like opening up to this new time, but it was challenging because I don't know, things in the beginning are challenging too, and there are these places I absolutely adore. In the one is of Florence, and another one is the bridge, and the view I have from this bridge, and those are like images that pop up when I think of my summer. It's like this forest transitioning through the first spring and then summer, and everything up, and also the views from the bridge of Dresden, of this super beautiful city. Whew. Yeah, and the jump to August, the summer can happens, and still every time I think about it, every time the name comes fully into my awareness, it's like my heart feels completely open and wide about this place, and I just love it, and I'm always going to love it. The memories of being there and creating that, and yeah, that, that was a great time. And some months after, I already was giving it away to the next group, to the next team that's going to organize the next one. And then in October, I came home. Well, there's lots of other stuff going on. I skipped a few, but that's okay. yeah, right now there is a man in my life that this direction is like really interesting and kind of complicated. And also right now, like taking some of the energy from me. It made me quite sad these last days, but I also enjoy being able to live and to feel like all kind of emotions that come up. And now there's already in December, I already feel some new beginning with the next night that I'm on. And I have like new problems. I love them, and I'm going and I am super engaged in working for them. But I also need to focus on my studying, and I'm like a bit overwhelmed by all of this events in my life. I love it. I love what I do have in my life right now. But yeah, my life, my year.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. And know that you can go back to the exercise and keep growing it if you feel like. Keep growing it if you feel like. Because see, why I asked us to do this is it's actually really, really connected and really, really important when we head out to go on a vision quest, or when we head out and we try to set our goals for the next year, or when we kind of like broaden and open up. For instance, why most of the vision boards don't work. I don't know if you ever created a vision board. Like I know with Moitza, for instance, with John, we did it so often, so beautiful when we go dancing, and so there is a vision board, and then first maybe you get inspired by it and you look at it, and then after a while it feels maybe scary, or you get frustrated because it's not happening or something like that. Do you actually ever had that experience?
Yes, I had.
Yeah. So, yeah, well, one of the main things that visions very often don't work is because we don't give gratitude to what has been. We first need to honor what has been and to come in that place of connection and to find our actual true longings from that place of giving honor to what we have already received and given. Because from that place, maybe our visions might look different. And then also from that place, we will go and integrate it in a really, really different way. So that's also part of why we now did this journaling. And still now, actually, in December and November, these are really the times for rituals. And these could be small ones or bigger ones. And maybe you'd like to just go into nature and have some walk in nature and some time of honoring and of reflection of this beautiful year that is coming to an end now, and to be like open and fresh and new to the one that will come. And today is the last new moon of the year. So new moon is always something to release and let go and to open up to the new. So it's so beautiful that we have this call together, and that's why we will now also transition into the coming up the new, and to first go into that place of integration to really see and understand what are the deeper longings that might not actually come from our mind or from some conditioning or from something we heard from someone or somewhere or something we might feel like teared apart, but to more connect to our heart and to take to see having this ego view, to see what's going on right there, what is our soul calling us to do. All right. So before we go into that, I'd like us to also honor and appreciate and celebrate that we traveled a whole year together.
Yes, thank you, Claudia.
I do think this is like this is such a beautiful gift. Like it was for me, and I hope it was for you too. And I'd now also like us to have a look at your drawing, and let us just go through the month you participated, or the month you looked at the replay, or the month you participated, and see like what 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 did you actually get out of that? Could you connect with that? What were the gifts that you took from our gatherings and our connections together in those months? Maybe you remember some topics of the calls, or maybe some personal experiences. So let us just yeah, let us share. Let us share.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I remember like things that
A week or so ago.
No, now you're both talking. Okay. Let's go one after the other.
Oh, no, go ahead. I'm hearing here that.
So should I start?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yes, please.
Now in this moment, my real like I'm grateful for all the calls and all your emails and all support. But the thing that now really resonates with me or is here alive is the work with the breath and this call where we were sharing our experiences about our living life of our breath. So it make a change in my life. And also the massage, it really, I feel more connected with myself from that on. And also the this that I say also said also last time, like meditation, morning meditation, like about loving yourself. So they're really, I can't say how much grateful I am for that. And also I can see your Claudia, you're more even more flourishing every time you have a call. I feel you are more spontaneous with that, like more flourishing, like more professional. Your English is coming somewhere else, and the way you look, I can feel you're shining more and more, and this inspires me. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah, I'm also improving, of course. Like it was a full year. And it was a big learning for me also. Yeah, to also to transport that in a virtual form, and to also see and understand how different forms can look like, and what works really well and what we might want to change. Yeah. So yeah, it definitely has been a huge journey for me too. Yeah.
So thank you. This is all from me.
I stopped in your video, audience. Is it? Do you still hear us?
Yeah, it's all fine. I see both of you and I hear both of you. Witsa does
Okay.
too.
Okay. So then I could you also give some feedback. I was more more at the beginning of the year that I tried to be regular. It just kind of wasn't fitting into my life, and I truly acknowledge and I am grateful for all the tools that were given here, and I all have them on my desk on my PC. I have a folder named Shakti where I save them for when I'm really taking more of my time for this kind of work.
Thank you. Thank you. And when you joined the calls at the beginning of the year, what was it that um, that you actually felt? Was there something that you took from those calls into your life?
Oh yes, but also at the beginning of the year, I was studying, and I have kept the practice of the JDEC. So I'm not quite sure what can be attributed more to the women circles and what came more from the JDEC. I feel like way more connected to my yoni, and I have discovered a huge part of my sexuality, and it's super beautiful. And yeah, I'm sure that the sharing I did with Nika, like when I was in the study, was going in the same direction, and yeah, but just like I said, I'm not sure what I can attribute to which one.
Thank you. So yeah, now that we also kind of like went through these stages and all that has happened in our group as well, so now it's time to shift to what will come. And so first, I'd like you to introduce you to this journey, this little shamanic journey that we will take now. So I'll guide you. It's like a meditation with your eyes closed. And I'll guide you with my voice to come to a place where you actually imagine yourself dying. So you imagine yourself dying, and that can be quite powerful. And then what comes from there might be a journey through your life or whatever. So I don't want to go too much into that because that's what actually will really happen to you, whatever is supposed to happen to you. And then we'll kind of connect after that. And I have some shamanic drum and ritual that will be guiding you through that. And then when we come back, we'll take a moment to share about our experiences. And as I said, it's really about seeing also our life in a different perspective, and ideally meeting that place within us that tells us and guides us. And just that shamanic journeying is very powerful because we enter a different frequency in our brain, we enter a different state in our brain, and we can actually dive more into our subconscious level where we can have more wisdom and insight and messages that come from more than is just our day-to-day thinking. Okay, do you have any questions for that?
No, I will just turn off the microphone and the video, okay?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, if you could both turn off the microphone so that you can only hear me, or yeah, that would be great. Okay, beautiful. So lay down on the earth. But before we start, just let me know if you can hear the music well. Can you hear the drum?
Yes, I can hear.
Yeah. So allowing yourself to lie down on the floor, your legs apart, your arms apart, your hands apart. Taking a couple of deep breaths, feeling the earth underneath. And allow the music to take you in a state more in towards you. So now, let us start that journey. And I invite you in your visualization to come in front of a big, big door. It's a big, 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 big door. And you very consciously open that door and step into it as you step now into the journey that we're going to take. So now being in the journey, I invite you to visualize your body diseasing, starting from different body parts and imagining that you leave this physical body, that you're purely connected to your soul, and that your soul is now taking you on a journey. Imagine yourself leaving your body and imagine your soul starting to walk up or fly up some stairs. And as you keep walking up those stairs, at the end of the stairs, there is another door, like another portal. And you open that portal, you open that door. And as you open that door, what lies in front of you is the garden of your life. And you can see connections with different people. You can see past experiences. You can see your childhood. Allow yourself to look around. And as you see and as you meet all those different experiences and people, maybe you want to talk to them, express your gratefulness to them, and letting them know that you are now leaving, that you are now shifting into a different experience, leaving this life on earth. And as you do that, then finally say goodbye. Go back to that door where you came from. And from that point, let yourself be carried and be curious about where your journey goes. Let yourself journey into the space and time and whatever is there to come for you right now, awaiting you after leaving that life. Allow your pictures or sounds to come. Just allow yourself to be open to whatever now comes. Let yourself journey. Let yourself journey. To
Saw myself in really high mountains where there's only white and the wind is blowing this, it's making snow a lot of snow, and then I saw myself dancing like dervishes, like really being one with the music, with the sound, in very beautiful female shaped body. Um, then I saw myself on the hills in National Park Kornati. There are some small islands and only hill. So it was different spots. That was all. This was the second part, but the first part, I saw my life always just like pictures, like me as a girl picking up the flowers, and then me with my own family, like my kids. So it was quite movable to say, to be grateful to them, to say goodbye to them, like to be grateful to them, to be their mother, and then go in this second part of the word. So that's all.
Thank you.
Struggling with the guide. Not sure if you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
My laptop is kind of slow. Yeah? Oh, great.
Oh no, I can't.
Yeah, now she's gone. Huh? Yeah. We forgot her. Now she's gone.
And now?
You're back. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can.
Yes.
Great. Uh, on my journey, I went to a national park too, one in Colombia. And it's next to the sea, and it's incredible rainforest. And I was standing there, just between those, and then there was a village that had a bit to do with the memory of me being there. But then I imagined taking a horse's tail, and there was like, what does it feel like for the horse? And then I saw myself dragging a dog on a leash. afterward, yeah, I went to the sea and drowned.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. So yeah, how did those experiences make you feel like?
Uh, I felt blessed and very connected to the nature. It was like I'm in the air in that second part.
The second feel much for me. It was a lot of things in my head. There were a lot of thoughts like, am I doing this right? And these memories and not feelings. And yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe the show was a lot of fear and drowning and see. But I guess that's it.
And when you now remember this journey, and if you would take out like 5 big stones, 5 big insights that you would like to experience um, in your real life too, just from being in that place, what would those uh, five five aspects, like 5 big stones, be?
I need to go back to Tayrona, the national park in Colombia. It's like this huge feeling that there is something for me. And yeah. Then I should stop dragging dogs on leashes. I guess the dog is myself. I'm a dog in Chinese horoscope, and yeah, I should take off the leash and start walking by myself. Yeah. Also, walking by myself is the thing with the horse. Because yeah, it's not nice for the horse either to be dragging someone around on their tail. Yeah, I guess it was only 4 or 3. But
Maybe the sea.
well, maybe the sea. Yeah, I don't know. I thought I had been with the sea because I lived at the sea for 3 years and it was okay, yeah, it's the sea, but I don't quite get a connection. I didn't quite get the connection with the sea, and I was like, forest, that's my landscape, that's what I need next to me. And maybe the sea is also for me still, but I don't feel very inclined to, because drowning in there is not a beautiful experience. Or at least it wasn't.
Yeah.
This plan.
Yeah, so thank you for that. Maybe you want to just take notes of those 5 points or 4 points that there are while Moritza is sharing. What is your...
For me, what I would like to take is that gratefulness for all people in my life till now, like also gratefulness to my husband. So that feeling of not being attached, so I have freedom. So this is really important. So thank you. This is it. That's why I'm here now. So, like making allowance to myself to go to this place is like in high mountains or in really dancing, like dancing with the source or with the nature. That's all.
Yeah, maybe you want to write that down also. It's like write it on a separate piece, like write it on a like maybe you want to title it like connecting to the next year, connecting to the next month. This is what I want to remind myself of. This is what I want to like. This is the extract, the message that I take from this vision quest for my upcoming month, for my upcoming year. This is kind of like my compass that I can set here. So have you written those down? Great. Okay. So it's like when we head out for creating a new vision board or a new like vision for the next year. It's like imagining like a big glass. Let's see, like a big glass, big glass, big glass, big glass. There we have a glass, and it's like first you put in the big stones, like the big stones, and then the small sand can fill all the way up in between, right? So it's not like putting the sand first, the small details first, and then the big stones might not fit in anymore. But it's like putting in the big stones first, and then the sand is just like throwing, like walking around. And so this is like with the next year, if we have like bigger wishes or bigger plans, it's like to put the intention on those like big 5 plans first, and then all of the details, all of the little sand, they will just like turn around and walk around and fuzzle around, right? So if you come back to your rational thinking mind, is there actually some wishes or plans that you have for the next year? For instance, do you want to become a big, good drummer? Or do you want to become a good dancer? Or do you want to start to learn harmonium? Or do you want to, I don't know, create a specific picture maybe, or do this in this entry exam, or do this in this training. So just have a moment of thinking, of like rational mind thing, if there is like maximum of 5 big stones, or maybe you want to spend more time with your family, or have a new animal, or have a new pet, or any of these thoughts. How to what are your rational thing? What is your rational thing?
I'm sorry, I need to go out for seconds. I will come back and join you. Bye.
Okay. So now when you got those, do you want to share those?
I only got one
Oh, that's okay.
till now.
That's fine.
Jadi mas, study's done.
Yeah.